Hey guys, what's up? I'm Anjali, and you are watching More Than a Conqueror. We have a great gift for you guys today. We had so much positive feedback from our last men's panel that we brought some guys back so we can talk about relationships again. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Glad to have you guys. So let me do some introductions really quick. We've got Nelson.
Hi.
Jason.
Hi.
Carlos.
Hello.
And Kenneth.
What's going on?
You guys ready to talk some really good questions, topics, all that good stuff?
Oh, yes.
All right, so I'm just going to dive right in, okay?
All right.
Let's do it.
What are your top 3 inner qualities when looking for a lady that you would date? Top 3.
Inner qualities.
Distinction.
Yeah, that's good. I like independence. I think one of my big things is just seeing a woman that is confident and knows herself and can just go out there and be herself without feeling like she has to be validated by her relationships, whether they're with women or men.
Okay. So. Nice.
Ooh, I would say one of my top ones is sense of humor.
That's good.
That's good.
I like someone who I can laugh with and enjoy the ups and even find joy in the downs. It's there, and just not take everything so seriously.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess I would throw in. I mean, those two are great. I think joy just stood out to me. I think someone that's happy, and again, regardless of the season or situation, they can keep that spirit of joy and happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think a couple for me would be adventurous, willing to try new things.
Yeah.
I like trying new experiences, new foods, new movies, new whatever it might be. So someone who's not scared to try new things, as well as what's a big one for me is not being negative. I think sometimes if you meet a woman who's negative, she's just not fun to be around. I've had friends who have dated girls that you can't take anyone else around because they're gonna ruin everything. It's like they're not happy around anyone else, anybody else, anywhere else, just those people. So I think negativity is a big one to not have, and then adventurous is one.
Cool.
That's good.
All right.
Positivity is so important.
Yeah.
I would add one more, just like integrity. I feel like just being able to trust her, I think is such a big thing, especially when you think about romantic relationships. Trust is such a valuable resource in a relationship. So.
You know, women always talk about being able to trust a man, but that's a good point. We need to be able to trust each other. It's not just one way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to flip it. What are the top 3 turnoffs?
Smoking.
Ha.
That's a big one for me. That is like, because I can't date anyone I don't want to kiss.
Well, you can't date anybody at all.
Yeah, right?
But you don't smoke.
Okay.
We're good.
That's right. I never smoked.
Right. So
That's good.
smoking is one. Negativity would be the other one. And then I would say one for me actually, which sounds obvious. I can't believe it wasn't my first one. Just someone who doesn't know Christ. Because I think one of the most important things is when you're dealing with hardships, when you're dealing with disagreements, or when it comes to serving and not being selfish. I think if her relationship is right with Christ, she's not going to look for me to be her savior or be perfect, because she realized that I can't be. I think if you have a relationship with God, then that's what's your constant. That's who's going to be perfect. That's who's never going to fail you. So that way you don't look for a person to fill that void. So I think those are my 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I'd say kind of on that is insecurity, and I understand that all of us have insecurities in life, but I think this kind of feeds into what you were saying. I look for a woman who, even if there's things that she has insecurities about, she has her confidence in God, and that just changes the dynamic of how she carries herself, how she interacts with people, men and women, and family. So I think that's one thing that is, I guess, a turn off.
I think that's a big one, because it's very annoying to compliment a woman and then she try to convince you otherwise. It's like,
how wrong you are.
It's like you look really nice today. I'm like, no, I don't.
No, I don't.
Like, I love your hair like that.
14 reasons
horrible.
why.
Let me give you 14 reasons to not date me. Like, just
Okay.
all right,
You're like,
convince
I
me.
take it back.
All right, don't convince me not to like you.
No.
I think one of my biggest turnaways would be just like, this is random, but I hate when girls cuss. Like, it's like the most unattractive thing when women swear. Like, like a girl dropping an F-bomb is like, nope.
Can't take
I'm
you
not even
home,
gonna
mama.
look. You could be the cutest girl ever, and if she like swore, it's like instantly I'm out. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could just be weird. But
No, it's not weird. I think I like classy women.
yeah,
And I think that's one of the things that makes me think that's not a classy move.
yeah, right.
So, but along the lines of you guys saying, I mean, there's a lot of turn-ons for me. A lot of things I love about women. I think being selfish is one of them that bothers me.
Yeah.
Maybe prideful or lack of humility,
Mm-hmm.
and lack of compassion is a big one for me. How to treat people. Like even you can tell when you're going out how they treat a waiter, for example.
Yeah.
Or how to treat a valet person,
Yeah.
or just someone on the street you happen to have. It could be a homeless person. It could be someone that cuts you off.
Yeah.
And in those moments, you get to see a few of glimpses that you can either, accept or not. So,
Yeah.
but for me, lack of compassion is a big one.
Wow.
Could I say one more
Of course.
too? I was just thinking about this, and I hope I want to say this right. But a turnoff for me is someone who has too many selfies. Is that okay? Is that okay to say?
That's okay.
Well,
Too soon?
Is that
you
a
know
selfie
what?
stick?
That's a really interesting statement to make, because I just heard from someone. They said you can always tell a lot about a person by looking at their Instagram account.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If they have like 90%, it's just like,
Yeah, no.
then you have to question.
Yeah.
Or the
Oh,
pucker lips,
sorry.
yeah,
The
the
duck
fish
face,
mouth.
the fish lips. That's
Yeah,
what
the
You know
fish lips.
everybody's checking our Instagrams right now. Selfies we have.
Well, when I do it, it's different.
That's a really interesting point, though.
Yeah.
I think there's something that I've noticed in my, and it's not like a judgment call, but just in reality, where I can see an Instagram account and without like debasing or anything like that, I'm like, oh, not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a picture's worth 1,000 words, and if you
Yeah.
tell a story with every picture you take, what stories are you telling?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, if all
Yes,
I
yeah,
want to
what's
tell
that?
you is about me,
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
and some for that girl wouldn't be for Jason.
Yeah. Yeah, actually,
Makes
that
sense.
brings up a question. So when you're with somebody, if they don't ask you any questions, how's your day? How you doing? Where'd you go to college? Or things like that. It's always about a monologue on their side.
Yeah.
That's sometimes also a little bit of turn off for me when
Yeah.
they're not interested in you.
That's awesome, because that takes me into the next question. What are some red flags when you're dating somebody? And that's definitely a red flag for you.
Yeah, if they're only a one-sided conversation and they're happy to say everything about themselves, but not really interested to find out more about you.
Yeah.
It leads me to believe maybe they take a million selfies. I'm not sure.
I would say a red flag for me would be a woman who everything is always someone else's fault. Like if every relationship ended the same way,
Yeah.
negatively, at some point there's only one common denominator.
Right.
So it's just in those relationships. So if nothing is ever
That's a
her
good
fault,
point.
or if she just has too many homies, it's just like if like, oh, this is my best friend. This is my best friend. Like you just have 12 guy best friends, there's no room for me. So it's just
That's a good point.
if she doesn't know how to have a healthy relationship with other women, then to me that's a red flag, because there's something there.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else? I know the wheels are
They
turning up
got,
here.
they got some good ones.
Right?
Does it matter to you how a woman dresses?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How?